We get it from my mama. We get it from my mama. We get it from my mama. We get it from my mama.
It's Melanin Mommies. We've been on a major hiatus with quarantine because Melanin Mommy is scared to record each other, even though we should be social distancing. That's why we're both at home doing two completely areas of recording, having fun, openly say hello to the people.
Hi, everybody.
And I also wanted to give a heads up because a couple people have not been knowing that we did make so many more videos in our past. And I just asked that everybody at least hit the alert button. Besides subscribing, hit the alert. So when we do decide to record, you can just watch us, see what we have going on. And today we said we were finally just going to jump into Zoom and see what happened because we are in quarantine. First topic is toilet paper. What you got to say, Melanin Mommy?
Well, you know, this Melanin Mommy been trying to stay in as much as possible, so I can only say what I heard. And I mean, I went to the store a couple of times, and yes, there was no toilet paper. And I need somebody to explain that to me. Where is the paper towels and the toilet paper? What are we doing with it?
And we can't eat it. That wasn't like gonna help us eat or anything. I understand we needed things to wipe ourselves after
and I saw that food, you know, and I did see that food was gone, but I just didn't understand really the whole frenzy of the toilet paper, and then how like now it's been like some weeks and it's still this whole thing with the toilet paper. But I mean, I don't know.
All I gotta say is get it on
Maybe
the
I missed
shelf.
that survival tactic. I mean, I guess it is for survival. Like if you're putting together your survival kit, I guess you'd go overboard with the toilet paper.
I did read online. They were actually saying what happened is people went inside of the stores after the crazy people went in there and hoarded items. So regular people like me and you, once we seen that, we was like, oh shit, like maybe I do need more toilet
but I
paper
didn't go out and buy.
But
I didn't go and buy 10,000 rolls, though. You know,
I'm quite sure you had enough for a month, didn't you?
Probably.
And I did too. And normally, I can't say we would have bought a month's worth.
That's true. And then and I guess you got to think about people that have a lot of people and maybe how they're thinking in it. You know, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. But I guess, you know, you got to do what you got to do to, you know, be comfortable and get through this mentally and physically. And I think it's mentally taking a toll on a lot of people, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But I can say, you know, at least I mean, I'm blessed that I still have my job, you know. Like I was telling you, I'm actually been working more now, you know, because a lot of my coworkers weren't able to transition to home, you know, as quickly. So it's just been so much more busier than even before the quarantine. I don't even know if you could say this. Like, I haven't even really feel like I enjoyed the quarantine, and I don't know if you should say enjoy or not. You know, I haven't had a moment really of the quarantine, you know, to just be like, you know, twiddle thumbs. Like, I haven't had a moment.
Well, I have to say, as far as that aspect of it, it wasn't just like, whoa.
Right, that's what I'm saying. I don't think if enjoy is the right word.
But the only part that has been nice, I will say, is things for me have definitely slowed down, where you can focus more on nurturing your family and just doing things for them without it feeling under pressure.
Yeah.
I'm tired. I've been at work all day. You know, those are just some of the benefits of it. We both did start distance learning today. I wanted us just to compare high school to middle school because Bianca is in high school. How was high school?
Basically, I feel they're leaving it more of like self-paced. I saw where some of the teachers did like pre-recorded videos for the lessons.
Teaching them?
But like, you know, more like giving them like the instructions.
Okay.
So, I mean, I don't know. I mean, and we both did. When we went back to school, we did our degree online, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So, I mean,
But
but I
we're
don't know.
adults. We're
Right,
adults.
right. That's where I'm going with it. So, I don't know. I'm gonna have to. Today's only the first day, so I'm gonna give it a chance and see, what it is. But I don't know if you're not doing this like the Zoom with the kids, like how much teaching are you really doing? And then it is totally becoming something like University of Phoenix, and they're not. They're still kids, so I don't know how I feel about it yet.
I'm gonna give my opinion on it now. I don't like it personally. I really don't think there's much you could really teach them, especially because I have a son. And I should say his patience is not there. Like this morning, I still made sure he got up this morning, had breakfast. Come on, let's at least go see what teachers posted what in Google Classroom. Only one of the teachers is doing a Zoom on Wednesdays, at least once a week for an hour from like 2:15 to 3. So that's still reasonable, nothing too early, nothing too late. But also at the same time, when you get to thinking about math and you get to thinking about
Right.
their computer classes and things that they would have learned and things like that, it's just like now, how far are you really going to be able to go with teaching certain things?
Right. Right.
So
That's how I kind of feel.
I'm not real impressed with it right now. I really feel at this point, I get it. The kids needed to stay busy and learn things. Maybe that was the point of it. But to me, they could have been passed too, and we moved on.
I
But
know
with us
the
not being able to
2023 is
get
like a
out, it makes it harder because this would have been a year. My son, to me, is more mature to take things serious. So I wanted to start signing him up for things like boxing, for things
oh
like basketball, and then social distancing hits. That
right.
sucks. Life has
Yeah.
changed. I don't know if it's ever be the same, but
No, I mean, you know what? I hope it's not the same. Let's like hope that it is like better, like, things better. Like I get it what you're saying, like go back to normal, but I hope things is normal. Like I think this is like gonna be a whole wake up call for I think a lot of people, like in your families, your relationships. I feel like our eyes are open to a lot of these companies. I think our eyes are open to like a lot of things that's going on in the government and what's not going on in the government. I think that this exposes a lot of people for good and bad, like
yeah,
during this time.
it
I do. I
does.
feel like, and I have to say about the Moreno Valley School District, I felt like they took a little bit too long
Hmm.
because I've been hearing about other schools been doing, especially the private schools. I've been hearing the private schools been on it. They're doing video,
Well,
like
LA
actual
County actually
teaching.
has too. LA County started almost a month before us, and they had Zoom dates they had for teaching. I
Right. So
haven't,
I don't know what happened and what took Moreno Valley so long that they just got it during, today. So I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
yeah, strange. We'll just see what happens. Another thing I want to bring up is now how a lot of jobs had to switch to people working from home, which I think would be a good thing, especially for our working moms out there who definitely needed the life of the work-life balance, or you being able to work from home, still be a mother and accomplish some of the things you do. Even though I know some of the moms are going crazy, the kids is driving y'all a little crazy and you want to get out too, but also feel
Yeah.
blessed to
Yeah.
know right now you're not in a rush to get a babysitter, go anywhere, and if you are still blessed to at least still work from home. How are you feeling about the small business loans that's the government is doing right now, where they ran out of money?
I mean, well, if you give 4 companies that don't really need, that's not a small business
Mhm.
and really don't need the money, so I could see how you run out of money.
Okay.
What small business to me? I mean, like, and let's do a definition of a small business. I don't consider Roof Chris, Shake Shack, and those type of places a small business. A small business is like a barbecue stand, A small business is, you know, like your beauty supplies,
My
your,
husband is a
you know,
small
your clothing
business.
store. Yeah, like your
He's a
husband.
one-man crew who was getting ready to
Right,
hire
right.
2 employees and had to fire
Right.
them in
So
the same.
that's a small business. A chain restaurant is a small business. So of course you're gonna, you know what? And then people want to talk about and say, and I don't even want to go deep into the politics, but people want to talk about Bernie and this whole thing and what's going on about this socialism, which I feel like a lot of people don't even know what that is. But how is capitalism working out for us? How
Exactly.
is that
I keep
that
saying the
the richest
same
people in
thing.
the world are like disgusting and greedy, and that's all it comes down to. I feel like even with the virus, it was so hesitant we couldn't get things done because it was so much focus on the money. Who was going to make
Exactly.
the money while people was dying?
Or the
Who was
stock
going to get
market.
y'all writing contracts
Mhm.
and people are dying? Who's gonna bid and get the best deal and about money when people were sick? That's what I just don't understand. And I felt like we need somebody to move us forward and move us to show like in a different you know, like a different direction, that things work okay for the few rich people, but the majority of the people, like, you're really not getting that piece of the pie. You're just not. You're just not. And people are talking about this whole, like, you know, but I don't see how the capitalism is really working for the middle class people, the poor, and things like that. I just don't. I
Not. The
just don't
money
see
is
how it's
not
working.
trickling down, and those people who do own the businesses are not willing to even raise salary with the cost of living and the
Right,
cost of food.
right. Like some of these, and then you get some of these politicians, some of these other companies that think that you shouldn't even get $15 an hour.
Mhm.
And it's a lot of I feel like it's a lot of mentality of a lot of people to say like, oh, well, somebody that works at McDonald's, what they need $15 an hour for. I'm not like, if that's their only job, and it's who's to say that's not an easy job
And
either.
it's not any money. People need to think about that. I mean, the cost
Right.
of living in California is extremely expensive. Rent
Right.
is expensive. Gas is expensive. Imagine having a car you pay a car payment for, oh, and don't have no kids.
Right.
Money is ate up, especially if you have childcare.
Right.
Childcare will definitely just eat up the money. You need help
Right.
with childcare. So I feel even just to survive, everybody needs to be making a minimum of $18 to $20 an hour.
Right,
Period.
right. And that's
Maybe
just to survive.
25
That's
is
yeah,
fair,
right. That's just
but
to have
20,
average living, average
okay.
pay your utilities. No
Go
one's
eat a
saying
hamburger every
right,
once in a while, maybe
right,
brunch, buy
right.
lipstick,
And I think
something.
that if there's any rich people that ever listen to this video, is ever listening now, like the average person, that's what they want. They just want to really pay their bills on time, have them a nice home. Like they're not trying to go out and get a yacht.
Yeah.
That's not even on their mind. You know what I mean? Like just to be able to have consistent security, that's like what the average person really, you know, wants. And I don't feel like if we're in America, like that should be so hard to achieve. Like how many obstacles you got to jump through to make it, to make it. And then when things happen and your money get funny, you get no respect. And,
Yeah.
and I feel like that's the mindset too that I feel like a lot of us have, you know, and I mean that even that we put a lot of emphasis on each other individually, that when things go happen, or you're set your respectability by how much money you have. That's why these rich people and the 1% can get away with a lot of this stuff, because we feed into that too, you know what I mean? Like you're not worth nothing if you broke, especially to me, and if a man,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Like, and I get it. It's a lot of pressure, you know, on that. But I do feel like that. Like if you are a man and your money start getting funny, so do people. They get funny too.
And that's something my grandmother, she actually always said to me years ago, Cicely, one thing I do know is when you don't have money, people treat you differently. And it's just the truth. And she
Yeah.
said that to me many years ago. So bottom of the line is, I say during quarantine, look at your
Reflect.
definitely reflect. I definitely want to work more on my Black-owned business that I'm trying to push out there more than anything. I feel this is the time for me to work on that and be more focused and have a plan especially with Melanin Mommies. I mean, we already been in a good creative space, but let's just get fun and talk about some of the things we've used during quarantine to love ourselves, to be happy, you know what I mean? Just to live every day without going crazy. Because my daughter, she trips off of me like, Mom, you really still get dressed almost every day, put your makeup on, act like you have somewhere to go. But I told her, I said, I would drive myself crazy if I walked around in pajamas every day or lounge clothes, didn't comb my hair. I wouldn't feel good at all. Eventually, I want to put this stuff on and walk about the house.
Right.
Do brunch, breakfast, dinner, lunch.
Like anything, like snack coffee. Here we go. Coffee. Like the coffee house.
That is something I totally miss. Even just us to be able to sit down comfortably and do a video together. And also, I talked about this recently with my daughter. We did a video on being quarantined together as a family on the J Mo Mocha page. I'm not sure if she posted it yet, but definitely go check out her page because we talked about family life, being quarantined, my feelings, and her perspective when it comes to being older adult compared to a young adult living throughout quarantine, which I know sucks. Olympica, have you got your NadineWest yet?
Oh, I did, but you know.
How was it?
It was okay. Actually, I got some pants, and I don't know if it was the quarantine or what, but I couldn't really fit them, so I had to send those back. And then they actually sent me and usually the pants go off really well. Those are the most items that I keep are the pants. So this time they actually had some shirts in there that I actually did keep. I actually kept 2 of the shirts, but I sent most of the other stuff back.
How many items did they send you this time?
They sent me 2 pair of pants, a dress, and 2 shirts, and then 2 bracelets. So the dress was definitely not my style and overpriced.
Okay.
And like I said, the pants they sent, they were these wide leg, kind of corduroy, funky, but they were still cute. Mm-hmm. But I didn't like the way they fit. They was a little bit too snug, I just should say.
Okay.
And then, but the shirts, I kept the shirts. So it's to me 2 really cute shirts, and I kept those. So, but I was happy with that because, like I said, I usually always just keep the pants. I usually get more pants hits than shirts. You know, the shirts usually are a miss. So.
I have to say this time they did actually pretty good with mine. They sent me a lot of items, even though I sent a lot back. But this time I actually kept jewelry. I got a really cute pair of pants to wear that I'll even be able to wear outside of the house once we get out. That fit really cute. Did I get any shirts? I thought it was 1 more item I did receive, but I actually kept 3 items this time for sure out of the NadineWest, and things did look better. Like you said, some things were a little snug, like what made y'all send me this shirt. My shirts to me this time were definitely too little. Yeah. So we'll see what happens. They just texted me today and said they'll be sending me a new one today. So I guess this month for NadineWest, I'm giving them a thumbs up. You giving them a thumbs up too?
I give them a this.
Okay, she's giving them this.
I give them this.
Okay, Nadine, y'all have to step it up there, boo. Y'all need to come through.
But don't get me wrong. I still enjoy Nadine. I still enjoy to see what they are to give. You know what I mean? But I don't expect. I've come to not expect that it does what I actually wanted it to do.
But I'm gonna give this a tip to Nadine if y'all do ever watch. It does do what Olympica's saying it's done. But it could just be some things a little bit more fashionable when it comes to home apparel, especially during quarantine.
Yeah.
Some of it seems like it's geared towards an older lady or a younger woman. There's no kind of in between.
See, I think my packages, and maybe because I've been getting them a little bit longer, I do feel like they are geared towards me, like age appropriate. Like I haven't really got too many things like, oh, like mid-drip, because I've ordered stuff from Fashion Nova, which on the website looked like, oh, okay, maybe I could pull this off as someone in their 40s. And then when I actually got it home, I was like, no. So, I mean, I do think that they send me things that are like my age, my age. I think they've gotten it because, but some of the stuff, I mean, it's still like some stuff I don't, I'll still send back,
Because
like, okay, no.
It's homey.
Yeah, it's age appropriate, but it's not really.
It's not age appropriate when you're still trying to be cute and glamorous and boo.
Yeah, because like the dress that they sent me, and it was like $42, right? And it wasn't like
bad,
but
the style.
It wasn't good. But it wasn't good. No.
And I understand those things might happen too, because I would think it would be more affordable. And some of the things, how it's priced, it's like, why is it priced so expensive when this should not be priced?
Yeah, and see that's my only issue with some of that, because I'm a frugal girl. I am. So some of my stuff, I'm gonna be like, no, that's not worth it. I don't care if it's $5. If I don't think it's worth it for $5, then I just don't think it's worth it for $5. I'm not gonna buy it just because it's $5. I don't think it's worth it. You know what I mean? So I'm like, so some of the stuff, that's kind of like my only issue with it, is that I do feel like, oh, this might be cute, but I'm like, I could probably go to my little, we all stood our little boutiques, our little cheap little stores, and, and get that and buy that, so it does. So I do find myself sometimes when I get my packages and some of the stuff in it, I do find myself comparing it to, like, oh, I could probably go and get that at TJ Maxx, you know what I mean? Or something like that, like, and not pay that much for it. And not saying that it's all extra expensive, but again, not something really worth it. You know what I mean? Like, It looks kind of more cheaper and you could probably still pull it off, but I don't want to pay that for it either when I think about it in that way. But
it just all depends on what you're looking for.
Yeah.
I'll say BoxyCharm this month, I'm still always going to give them their props that it is affordable. Every woman should do it, especially the base. Like I've told you guys before, I do base, premium, and luxe, and it's definitely worth it. I wasn't that excited this month about either one of my boxes, even though I got great products in those boxes. Like, for instance, I think Olympica would even love this product, the Pore Professional. But I did notice with this product, you can only use it in the T-zone. It cannot be used across the face. I used it one day across the face. My makeup was, it was like, why? Because it feels different. It's like a powdery kind of, and if I could even show it to you, it looks kind of like make, but I would definitely buy it again. It'll be great for in the summer, especially if you're oily. I would definitely say, but it's kind of, I don't even know how I can show you guys this. You see how it looks kind of like that, but the filling, it's like kind of powdery, but silicone-y at the same time. Using it in the T-zone in here, I did use it with a matte foundation. My foundation did last wonderfully all day, so this would definitely be my summertime primer that I will be using in the T-zone area. Another great one was the Pharmacy Honey Potion. I love how it came with a spatula for you to put on your face, which was super cool. And it's magnetic, so that made it even better.
That is a good idea. Because you know what? Because I have my little hydrating one from Mary Kay. And I always know this always ends up on the floor. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
So that is such a good idea.
Good idea, just to have your magnetic boom right there. I will say when you put it on, it heats up your face. You definitely do feel it.
And what's that called again?
It's called Pharmacy Honey Potion. I'm even putting in the video where you see it somewhere on the screen with the price. But you rub it on, I say it makes the skin looks amazing after each use. Something me and Olympica both purchased, I'm just going to get off the topic of BoxyCharm right now because we're both pretty much fascinated with this products right now. It's going to be the Juvia's mini palettes. I'm only showing you guys the chocolates right now. We did both purchase all 4 and they're lit. Hope you got yours on today.
Well, you know, I only got the berries. I haven't got all the rest of them yet. I'm still waiting on all the other ones, but the berries came first. So yes, I'm feeling.
And I've tried all 4 palettes, and being a chocolate girl, normally I might have to basically put concealer on my eye or like a white or something white to really show. With these, I don't have to do any of that. It's still going to show highly pigmented, even when it comes to the nudes palettes. I really love that nudes palette a lot. But back to the BoxyCharm, I forgot to tell you some other products that came in there that I really did like. I talked a lot of crap about this Zoeva Opulence palette. I've seen a lot of other girls in their BoxyCharm boxes. They got a different palette than I did that I thought was like, oh, damn, why didn't I get the caramel palette? But after looking at the caramel palette, I would have been a little bit too chocolate for it. It'd been more for Olympica or my daughter. But I do like how it mainly just came with one matte and all shimmers, where I could use that one matte color and use it with all the shimmers in here. I'm gonna post more pictures of our makeup looks on our Instagram page, so check us out at 2 Melanin Mommies on Instagram. One last product that I did get that I love as well from my Boxy was my Iconic London. Today I did use it instead of under the makeup, I used it on top. If you can kind of see it right there. Yeah, I actually like this because it can't even be used on the skin. I want to try and wear it with no makeup on, kind of across my face to see how I look. But I kind of like it better when I wear it under my foundation because I feel like my foundation glows a little bit more. I've been getting
like it. I like how it gives that
shine,
the right amount of the right amount of shimmer on the cheek part right there. I like it.
And remember, less is more, because my first time I was the Tin Man and went absolutely too far. Thank God I was wearing it under foundation, but I barely just did 1, 2 to get this whole look. So that tells you how potent it is or whatever. We also, during quarantine, because we've tried so much stuff during quarantine and haven't been able to share it with you guys, so that's where it might get a little crazy with you. Today, I tried a new foundation. I don't know how it's looking to you guys on camera. What are you thinking, Olympica? It's not really my favorite because it is a matte, but I did spray hydrating spray over it and gave it a little bit more shimmer. I can't tell it will be. Next time I actually want to do a color corrector with it to make it a little bit more redder undertone for me. But it was the Maybelline Super Stay. People have been raving about this drugstore makeup. I want Olympica to try this as well. She's going to love it because it is a 24-hour matte foundation. And girls that wear it say they wear it all day. And it don't be moving. It don't crease. It don't oxidize, and I've probably had it on now for 4 or 5 hours, so we'll see by the end of the day. And we both, Olympica, got the Sweetie palette. You got the Sweetie palette? But Olympica got the whole kit. She got the glosses. She got the little bag.
Yeah. Well, and I'm going to say about the Sweetie palette, I did end up giving it to my daughter. I feel like it was more for her. I mean, you know, and I should say, that this palette that they're saying the Sweetie palette was out before the Sweetie stuff, the whole collaboration.
I have it on today, so you guys. I actually have it on.
Sweetie, but I believe the makeup, I mean the lip glosses, she is like hers. Like she has a hand. She had a hand in these. I believe.
How do you like the glosses?
Actually, that's what I'm wearing today. So I'm wearing my so the berries on the eyes, and this today I went more with the pinks, and then I have this one on, Sweeties.
Yeah,
you guys.
I can see it. Icy lips.
Yeah, so it's kind of like in the purple or whatever. But I like them. It's like hydrating, you know, so it's not drying out the lips. The color on this one was pretty good. And
And
then
how is it? Is it not sticky where it's comfortable when you put it
yeah, oh
on?
yeah,
It's perfect.
it's definitely comfortable. I would recommend the lip glosses. And then it even came with these. So these more though too are looks more like natural, you know what I mean? Like
Mm,
it's just like looks almost like a nude type of clear look. And then this one is like a pink, but it still comes up, you know,
something you could
like
shine
very,
over a pink lipstick or something like
yeah, like yeah. Or if you wanted to even use this one, like, you know, if you had like a, I don't know, a gold or a nude or something like that, and you wanted to kind of gloss it up, that one was good for it. Or just by itself if you were just going kind of natural, you know.
And I
And then
do
this one
have
too.
on the 24A palette today. I really like it. For me, the palette is fun when you want to have fun, when you want a little neon. If you were going to go to a concert, and I really didn't have neon palettes. And I love the little, I don't know if you guys can see them, but I used two colors today in here for my shimmer. And I even used the hot pink and the purple. And I actually really
I have
loved
it
it
right
after I
here.
put it on. Yeah, beautiful palette.
So, and I mean, you know, it's lots of glitter
It
and
is.
stars and stuff. So, you know, that's why I felt like, and my daughter, you know, she really likes it. And then I got the brushes too. So it came with these brushes, and it comes with this like cool little thing, like this little spatula thing for the
Mhm.
glitter. So I said, oh, that was a good idea for that. And but as you can see, I haven't used any of the brushes yet. And then this too, the
How's the
setting
setting
spray.
spray?
It smells amazing.
And
It
how
smells
does it
amazing.
work?
I'm gonna have to use it one more time. I have to, you know, and then because you know we haven't been going out in the elements, and I don't think that you know, I wore my makeup long enough to really give it a chance to, you know, to tell.
Well, how did it feel spraying it on? Because I actually really like Morphe's setting spray. I have their luminous setting spray, and I love it a lot.
I like it how it's sprayed. Like I like the how the control of it being a like a aerosol type of spray instead of like a,
A
you
pump.
know, pump, you know. I have to say, because you know I had the Mary Kay spray. I have to say I still don't like it better than that one.
Okay.
I'm gonna say that I don't like it better than the Mary Kay one, but it is very light. It's gives you a little bit more control, and it smells good. It's like a peach, smells like a peach smell. So I kept this. I kept this for myself. I didn't give it to my daughter because, you know, she doesn't wear found like, you know, she's not wearing full face anyway to be, she don't need, she doesn't have nothing to set, you know. So I kept it. And then it also came with this little fanny pack, which I mean, it's still more her. She probably would use it, you
Or if we
know.
went to a concert, if
Or
we went
yeah,
to
if I
an
went to a,
event,
yeah,
I want ladies our age not to be scared of the palette and think it's just kid friendly. Because, like I said, I totally am rocking the palette today. And it is a palette.
and
If you
it does,
love
and actually, you
color
know what? Right, and it
to
looks very
wear.
age appropriate.
So don't
Yeah,
be afraid. It's just all in what's in your comfort zone and really
right.
how fun you want to kick up the
Right. And you
makeup.
know, I'm really typically the nude girl. So a palette like this, like, you know, kind of
Even
like,
though the
oh,
top part is pretty nude, I've used the top to go with the more natural look, and
yeah.
the
And
bottom
you're
look
right.
is where your festival look, or say for instance we were gonna go like to the beach or just a party,
Yeah,
I
these
would
up here are
definitely,
more of your nude.
depending on how I feel, I'm aware it's not my favorite palette I say to pull out and rock, but you can have fun with it. Just know that.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's definitely something fun. Definitely. But like I said, I like the lip glosses, and the, like I said, the setting spray smells wonderful. Smells really good. So I still say overall, like especially on the lip glosses and the packaging, like cute, it fits sweetie. So good job, you know, as far as like that
Not
part
the
of it.
best formula in that palette, but it gets the job done. That's what I'll say about it.
Right. And I have to say this though, but they had that palette. Is so this is not like I don't think that this was like a pick, like Sweetie just picked. I think it kind of just, they had this and it went with her like lip glosses and her brushes and her spray. But this palette, they sold this before that.
And she said it was for festivals, with festivals coming up. But now with quarantine, festival isn't happening. Another good lip gloss I've tried during quarantine has been e.l.f. I've tried the clear, I've tried the champagne one, and I love it. They're only $3. They can't do you wrong. You can wear them over lipstick, plain, whatever. I say buy as many colors as possible. If you want to buy all colors, fine, because I've only picked up the clears and the gold. But at this point, I'm going to go pick up pretty much the rest of them because they're $3. And I've realized that e.l.f. is a great, affordable makeup products to buy. It's a lot more things I want to try. But if you're looking for affordable makeup, and that's all you can really afford, and with being in quarantine, I'm being able to go to many stores to purchase. Target and Walmart and those places will sell e.l.f. where if you do need that moment to jump outside of the house. Hope anything else you purchased during quarantine that you love it.
Oh, this hair.
Oh yeah, I forgot our hairdos. Having to be resourceful. Black girls becoming resourceful.
Yeah, you
with
know,
hair.
we haven't been getting no braids. We haven't been going to the hair salon, so you know.
And we've both been buying synthetic. I still haven't invested in a human hair wig.
Well, you know, because we're new, so we want to kind of go like affordable and see if you really, you know, if it's for you, if you're gonna like it before you go out and just make an investment or spend a lot of money. So again, like I said, you know, I am frugal. So, you know, I watched some YouTubes, you know, and I was kind of going more for like, you know, because I work from home, something more like every day, you know, not so much of, you know, something where they like, where are you going? And, you know, I'm just going into the other room to work, you know, so I
going
did,
to the couch and they've been like, this is where I'm going, my 30 inches and
she's been looking snatched on the couch. Wow.
I do love her everyday wig. So I think we might need to start doing like small tutorials like for our hair. I've even done some quick weaves where they look really cute. Sorry you guys, my phone is going off. I did not put it on airplane mode. But I've done some quick weaves. We've been even trying like all these natural products. I think we should do just a separate hair video all together where we could even wear some different looks in that one, post some pictures, and talk about it more. I even want Olympica to let me install her a quick weave. I'll just need her to have to come over here in order to do it. So I don't know if there's anything else to talk about today. I hope you guys missed us. I definitely missed her having contact with somebody outside of my home. But I've been in, guys.
And I mean, and like I said, we have been gauging, like, you know, us making sure no one's sick. And I feel like, you know, okay, I think we've let them.
In my house, no one has been sick. We're not overexposed. No one's going to work every day. Nobody's going to the hospital every day. So my family, we've been in. The most we've gone out is to the store, even though you can be exposed when you go to the store. But hey.
Right. And that was the only thing like I kind of was cautious about, like not so much. I didn't want to like be trying to give it to nobody else. But I feel like, you know,
haven't been nowhere.
And I've been seeing like people too still practicing social distancing. So maybe our next recording we could be together.
Maybe we'll see. We want to see how this worked out.
That we're still, you know, social distancing.
Okay, so it's a wrap then. We love y'all. I'm ready to get out. I'm gonna be scared in the beginning. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all about that, but we'll talk about that over some hair and drinks. I had already had 3 drinks. I was waiting on Melon and Mommy like 40 minutes in the conference room before we got started. So I did not want to drink another drink while recording this time.
Well, yeah, well, this was my first little happy hour drink, my strawberry margarita. So
glad you guys have fun, and we'll make a new video soon. Bye.
Right, and stay safe. Wash your hands.
Please. And in Riverside County, we also have to wear face masks. So
yeah, face covering.
I got melanin. Oh yeah.